Brian, Kyle here, Shoulderok demo for you. So looking at Shoulderok today, one of our favorite tools, really easy progression and how to utilize, get more out of your Shoulderok. I'm actually gonna start with an empty one. It's where I suggest a lot of people start. I honestly don't care how you get it behind your back. If you have tight shoulders or have a client with tight shoulders, just put it on your shoulder and put it behind your back. We're gonna let it pendulum back and forth. And to highlight some things we want to do well through all of our swings or pendulum, make sure that we're braced like usual and our feet are rooted. I don't like seeing heavier weights swing, guys moving all over, torso swinging, really heavy weights, right? Remember, for shoulder stability and mobility, I have to have this set because this doesn't mobilize my shoulder. It mobilizes my spine. So set up those two good anchor points, brace, root your feet, nice athletic stance. That will help you get a lot more out of your Shoulderok swing. And it's also gonna help you warm up core bracing and rooting of the foot. So you're just gonna get a lot more bang for your buck. Now, back to Shoulderok. Get it on top of your shoulder. I'm braced, I'm letting it swing. The higher I can let it swing up, the better. And then once again, I can just drop and get it back over my body. You can actually spend more time there than you think because it's behind me, I'm moving, swinging, mobilizing the shoulder and working some stability at the same time. So if there's troubles, you spend most of your time there. Then technique-wise, to get the swing down, next thing we're gonna do, usually the top hand to the top is gonna drop to that side. I'm gonna get used to dropping behind me into a pendulum swing. Gonna move this one because it's messing with me here. Gonna drop over the top and let it swing. That's it. And then once again, I don't care how you get it back over. Bring it back over, drop to swing. So one of the problems that people have is they're trying to muscle it through and the angle's off. We talk a lot about the face of a clock, right? It runs this way. It doesn't run this way. I like to think about a narrow hallway or a glass wall behind me. If I drop the Shoulderok over this way, it's going to break that wall, obviously, and it doesn't look like the face of a clock. I'm okay with you looking at the tip of it, getting used to it swing behind you. I hear from a lot of people, I'm worried about hitting myself. Well, yes, it's going to be fairly close as it swings by. But when I actually see people who are worried about hitting themselves, 9 times out of 10, they do this, and that's the time that it does hit you. So, once again, I'm gonna let it drop, swing right next to me, just like it's in a glass hallway, and stays right behind me. It should almost brush my glutes or my calves. That will help you a ton. I'm gonna switch over to weighted now. Feel free to stay unweighted as long as you need. Same thing, I'm gonna let it swing right by my calves. Now once we get used to that, we're gonna start to work timing. I like 3 just because it's one of my favorite numbers. 1, 2, and 3 I pull over. So now I'm getting used to drop, swing, and pull over. And of course I wanna work this from both sides. So, step 1, get used to it behind your body. Step 2, drop and swing, getting used to it. Step 3, start timing the pull over. If you've done straight arm lat pull downs or dumbbell pull overs, you can think about leading down with the elbow. And then we're just gonna shorten 1, maybe start pulling over on 2, braced and rooted, and then I'm gonna time every single one. Once I have that down, I can get into single hand swings the other way, obviously working that from both sides. So this gives you a simple progression from an empty Shoulderok, get used to it behind your head, pendulum, then drop to the pendulum, then start to time when it comes over, then start to get it down every single time, and then play. Single arm, both arms go both directions. So, highlighting a couple other features for you. The beautiful rounded end. Make sure you're taking advantage of it. One of my favorite training tools in the gym. put it against the side of a wall, rack, whatever it is. Get into some of those hard to reach areas, lat, subscat. We have a whole movement series on this, so I won't go through them. Pec minor, right? Trap. A lot of good soft tissue work, especially self-soft tissue work, you can use to help open up that shoulder. And then, of course, some of our favorite core training with this. Rotation, anti-rotation drills. Our cross-body dead bug, which is awesome off of a bench. And with athletes in the gym, the cueing off this is beautiful. Probably all used a PVC stick, PVC pipe for this. There's just a little bit better feedback of this because of the weight, right? It gives me a little more true feedback with just a 5-pound plate on the bottom. So there's your shoulder rock. Progressions on how to swing, some extra soft tissue and extra cueing tools you can use with this amazing device.